Hi, my name is Vladyslav Plyaka, and today I'm telling Kostiantyn Yuzviuk's story. He was 23 years old. He served in 117th Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in Zaporizhia direction. He was a drone operator. I first met Kostia in 2022 during a volunteer event. It was late spring, and I was with his friends volunteering, doing some stuff, and then I see he approaches to us, and immediately the entire friend group just runs up to him because I guess they have not seen him for a while because of the war. And in that brief moment, I realized how bright Kostia's personality was, how he was attentive to all of his friends. And then that's the moment when I realized that he's an amazing person. Kostia became an activist in 2013, around the time when the Revolution of Dignity happened in Ukraine. And then next year, when Russia invaded Ukraine, occupying Crimea and east of Ukraine, Kostia and his family started volunteering for the organization called DAR. And they collected money, they collected clothes, they collected medical supplies, and they sent it all for soldiers. So in Ukraine, he worked with the NGO Building Ukraine Togethers, where volunteers go all around Ukraine and rebuild destroyed public schools or damaged buildings, and in this way they just help to rebuild Ukraine. And he was one of the camp leaders, and he attended all of the events, all of the thank you parties, all of the meetings. He was there with the team when they needed his help, and he was with the team until the very end. And so during his school years, whether it was middle school or high school, he continued to be an activist at first place. And then once he finished high school, he was actually considering joining the military. But at that moment in 2017, he decided to pursue an education. And as a result, he went to study in a Polish technical college, where he majored in basic knowledge of technologies. And then later on in 2021, he finished his studies in technical college, and in October of that same year, he was offered a full ride in one of the Polish universities, where he wanted to major as an IT major. But at that time, the United States intelligence and UK intelligence issued many notices that Russia is going to invade Ukraine, and Kostia made a big decision to drop his college education and go back to Ukraine, go back to volunteer and prepare for the possible war. So on February 24th, 2022, when Russia launched a full-scale invasion against Ukraine, Kostia immediately went to the recruitment office. He waited there for 6 hours, and he was rejected due to his young age and lack of experience. But Kostia did not give up, and he actually applied to be part of territorial defense, and he was rejected. And then he applied to be part of local resilience forces, and they took his name and phone number, but never got back to him. And Kostia always tried to find a way how to be efficient for Ukraine, and as a result, he completed tactical medical courses, and he applied to be part of the medical battalion called Hospitalers, where they evacuate people and soldiers from the front line. And in the moment when he applied, they actually started to require medical education, which Kostia did not have. In the spring of 2023, at the age of 22, Kostia signed a contract and joined the Armed Forces of Ukraine, where he defended the Zaporizhia direction. He first started as a drone operator while doing the intelligence drones, and then he switched to the first-person view drones. Then, on July 18, 2024, Kostia was killed by Russia. Kostia always helped others whenever he had a free moment, whether it was before his military service, or during his pre-combat training, or when he was on duty. As an example, Kostia made camouflage nets. Kostia raised awareness about prisoners of war held by Russia in inhuman conditions. Kostia fundraised money for soldiers, and the wildest one that I think was when he sold a single paperclip for 2,500 hryvnias, which is about $60. He also, for the largest donations, he put a few tattoos of names of the people who contributed the money for his fundraisers. Kostia advocated animals with the NGO UA Animals, and he advocated for rights of animals with the NGO every animal. He donated his entire salary for the needs of army. And Kostia just was everywhere at once. He was always there for people. Even if he felt emotionally not great, he always was there for people. Kostia modeled civic and community engagement his entire life. He believed in Ukraine's sovereignty and died fighting for that cause. Like many other Ukrainian students, he gave up his education to defend his country. Like many other Ukrainians, he gave up the most valuable thing they had, their lives, for Ukraine's independence. Rest in peace, Kostia.